again. I hope you're waiting at the end, but I can't do this alone. I just need a light. If I call you on the phone, need you on the other side. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this hard time. And I'll try to carry on again, but I never really knew that it was over.
ESL Southeast European Championship.
Gotta be honest though, I mean at this point it is a chance for Sinners to get...
How has he been able to just shift through like that? He's talking about he will maybe another ace on the
man.
4 kills, 1 player left, and then he the ace.
And here comes the Bane with a double kill. And here comes the follow-up. And Jack is waiting to follow up there. And we see the triple kill come out and taking down Poppy. And they are continuing to push this one. You are going to want to get out of there. You don't want to be doubting that one. But there comes the Quadra. Are we going to see the Penta?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
I'm very well, thanks, Prof. How are you doing today? Hello, greetings, 1, 2, 3. I understand that Extreme's setup can be a little bit confusing at the best of times, if we were to be honest. I think we need to tell him that he needs to invest some of his esports money into new screens. Yeah, definitely. So we saw both of these teams and Extremes who were casting. Toxic unfortunately knocked into the lower bracket, but they didn't quite show up, I feel, in the game Tech. But yet again, Tech were just incredibly dominant. Click did give a bit of a fight on Dust 2, going down 16-11, and then Mirage came along and Tech then just swept away that 16-9. So maybe not the best results, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing players perform better on the at least the second chance here. Well, if it's anything like yesterday, Dennis from Headshot is a absolute monster. There were a couple of highlights yesterday. Getting a 4K with a M4 spray down was absolutely brilliant, and all in all, he seemed to be very accurate along with Raftu from Toxic. But a couple of players, good players on both sides to be looking out for, and hopefully there's some really good Counter-Strike here. And as we say that, Dreamer just finds himself 2 scalps that he'll be able to put on these Wallace trophies, as it's 5v3, and this is a fantastic first pistol here for Headshot. Length running up around and finding a couple of pistols. Anderson going to help him from the back, pick up a couple of kills with his shot, but it's going to just be closed out eventually, and Headshot get a very good pistol round on the T side on cash, as they'll be looking to farm up a little bit of cash with some SMGs in the second round. Ooh. That is incredibly brave, considering that how much damage these pistols can do in CSGO. What? What? What on earth happened there? It just seemed like Headshot going onto the side, and 3 AKs that they invested into that round. Only 1 was recovered, but that round just fell apart entirely. The 5.7 is seeing some play again, and it's a weapon that I actually prefer over the CZ, if I'm 100% honest with you. Oh, flash in tactical there. Unfortunately, bullets running out, but it is a 3v3. The T's might be able to recover those weapons. I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too far. But Sava is there on the A side, just making sure that nothing else happens. But the bomb hasn't been seen just yet, so play still could be made here for B, or onto the B bomb side at least, by a headshot. Ref, unfortunately no cross smoker in time, so Ref is trying to finish. Oh wow, he has tagged Dennis down so much, but it is going to be a bomb plant at least for headshot, but they'll be able to get that, but I don't know if they're going to be aiming for too much more other than causing a little bit more economic damage. I mean, if they do win the round, excuse me, that will be absolutely fantastic, but I don't know if it's really possible at this stage. Yep, I mean that bomb plant didn't give them as much money as they possibly would have liked. Well, I mean just investing into the previous round, but they are going to be buying to around about the 2k mark at least. So definitely just going to be a couple of upgraded pistols, but you see here, and again, if anything, they will definitely want to just cause a little bit of damage, and possibly find a bomb plant. I mean, that would be the best outcome for them, I feel. Poison getting a nice little kill. Yeah, Duplicate also going to be helping out his team here, as Headshot have lost 2 players fairly quickly. Duplicate's going to find himself another, and I think they know exactly where these last players are going to get and take down Dreamer. And Dennis is just left alone. I think the players will cook him as it is done. And Toxic are going to pick up their third round, 3-1. But we are going to see a full buy-in. I think the real first gun round for both these sides. Yep, a lot of mid control here for the CTs already. Speaking off that mid main area is so crucial for them to maintain the control. They've actually pushed somebody into vent as well, so a lot of control there. But a little bit of a commotion here on the A side. Five v five retakes, there are some awesome things to watch at times. But Toxic, they've got 2 players coming up from Highway, or 3 players it actually looks like, and 2 from Car, so it's going to be pretty tricky. But Duplicate the flash, those kills are probably is going to reply. Raptor's going to find himself a second onto the side. Blink knows exactly where the bomb is, and it's just a case of finding the last player here. And he's behind the side. Toxic are eventually going to be able to shut it down, but there is a kit. They should have enough time here, as Raptor should be able to get the defuse. No! Oh man. Yeah, unfortunately, Raftu having the kit, there was no way that Basava was going to get it, and just down to the a couple of milliseconds there. But Headshot are going to be pretty happy with that. They've got very little utility going into this round, though, and that might actually hurt them. The CT, they do still have some, and they have been able to get a buy. It's just Blink with Fury UMP, but Poison showing what he can do. The AWP on the site. Okay. That round just seemed to collapse all of a sudden. I think Dennis has actually invested a lot more than the rest of the side. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw his cash go down to below 1K. Yeah. Ooh. Top kicking. Oh. But no, just cook him alive, and Raph is going to find himself the final frag, and that's again going to be the round to Toxic. 5 rounds of the CD side, not too bad. They are going to give the fuse to Poison, and he just earned himself a few extra bucks. But just going to run around Texas, whatever left utility there is, as Toxic pick up their 5th round, 5-2 to them on cash. Yeah, Dreamer though has got himself the hero AK. America is just going to pop a smoke, and it does seem like it's going to be onto the side, and just going to open up things here. Dennis is going to find himself one. Sava burning Rainwaker alive though, as it's a 3v4, as a Blink is being here with the AWP on the sides, holding in from quad. Topcake is just, here's the AWP bullet ring past him, as it's also a 2v2. Oh! Ooh, penetration! Yep, starts to defuse, just getting rid of that bomb. No sites are going to get destroyed today as Toxic pick up their 6th round. And as you mentioned, Rafter playing that so well. Only thing, as you mentioned, that he had a lot of angles coming out. But the one angle that he did decide to check there, where the bomb would have been planted, he did find the CT and put them to sleep for the next round. Yeah, money is not the greatest, yeah, but these do have a lot of utility. They've got the wall tops to flush out the angles, as they're just trying to grab some sort of information, and pass it on. They do have a player that's already holding around by Squeaky. This is Rainwaker on your screens. And very slow start to the round. No frags just yet, but to be expected. Yeah, that's a lot of utility that's been used here by the CTs, especially on that A side. Poison's going to find himself one. Jupiter's also going to find him, but they are going to be fragged. Yeah, that kind of works. But Poison just doing so much work with this AWP at the moment, and it's just top kick left alone. And Poison is just going to shut him out. So how many kills did Poison get? That was about 3 or 4 kills there. Yep, this is a 7-2 so far to Toxic. This is the 10th round, and if a headshot lose, the chances of them losing this one are pretty likely. But I mean, after that, their money is going to be absolutely destroyed. I mean, we could see Toxic closing out 9-10 rounds shortly, which would be fantastic for them. Raftu peeking out, and it's going to find one skull. Poison continues to work with the AWP. Another kill. Dennis with close CTs is going to find himself one, and he's left alone versus 3 CTs. It's going to be pretty rough for him to get this, but okay, Dennis. Yeah, Aaron's taking a lot of damage, but Dennis replying with that AK-47, finding himself the head of Blink. Going to be putting it on his trophy cupboard. Oh, Dennis with an AWP. He's going to find Duplicate with the angle the squeaky door. As I say, that Rafted does trade up. It is 3v4. T's do have the body advantage, and Rainwaker holding up high is going to shut down in the boosted mid area, but some trading 2v3. Ooh. Headshots still need to close out these rounds. They're getting themselves into these body advantages. Unfortunately, they just seem to be throwing it away, and it's going to cost them. If it's costing them a couple of rounds now, it's eventually going to cost them a map. And if that kind of performance continues, they could be the team that is knocked out. But still very early days. Maybe the players are just warming up. But as we say that, obviously there's a lot of players that are hovering around the A main area. There's 3 players over there at the moment. They're going to see if they can't gather any information. Yeah, Toxic 10 rounds so far. Blink looking really strong at the moment on that A bomb site. And Poison also with the AWP is really showing up and wearing the big boy pants here at the moment. He is doing some fabulous work with it at the moment. As it's just going to be another fast play here by Headshot. They're just going to move themselves through the smoke, and Hampton's going to find fantastic work here for Headshot BG. As the Molly's going to go down too far and slow down. And it's all of a sudden a 3v5. And this is the kind of round that Headshot really needs to close out and need to do it as cleanly as possible. I definitely think there's going to be the breaking of economy here. I mean, the way that Toxic have been playing, I feel it's very possible for them to do that, as they do seem to have boosted two players over. Raftu tapping away with the extra is going to be spotted out by Dennis. That's going to be unfortunate. Poison getting very aggressive with this AWP, has pushed himself all the way into B main. And I think with that, he's going to be able to give out a lot of information to the rest of the team, saying, listen, guys, there's probably a lot mid of A. And as I say that, Poison actually gets the kill on Dreamer off camera. Blink gets flashed in. He's going to spot the one. He's going to spray down the bomb as well. So they're definitely going to be able to pass all this information on as Blink drops back down to Forklift. Yep, they're going to be scraping the end of the barrels for whatever they can find at the end of the day, what is ever left over from the previous parties. As a Toxic 11 rounds on the CT side, this is a fantastic half for them here. As Headshot really don't have a lot going for them. They do have a lot of utility on Rainwaker, but if Rainwaker goes down early, that could be, you know, disastrous here for Headshot, because then they will lose out on all that utility that he has. He's definitely going to be the person that's going to have to get them onto site. A little bit of a molly. It's going to slow down, but this is going to be the execute. Blink is going to find himself one. He has a couple of terrorists. He's going to find himself the second with a headshot. He's going to come around. He's going to take another one. Fantastic work here by Blink, completely shutting down Headshot VG of getting onto that site, and Raptor's going to taking down Rainwaker, and it's just going to be Dreamer left alone in a 1 versus 3. And he's going to have to do his utmost best, tapping away. So it's possibly available to him, but unfortunately the bomb is on the A side, and he's also only got 13 HP. Not at all. And Toxic going with 12 rounds onto the T side. Things are going to look pretty good for them here. Yeah, really struggling. But getting onto the pistol round for the second half here on Cash. We've got both teams going just straight armor, so they're going to be brute forcing themselves onto the side. They a little bit of spray there. Dreamer does get fined. Rainway can find himself too. Correct. Eventually trading out. Top Kick doing amazing work here, and a Sprink left alone in a 1 versus 3. And I think the CTs at least know exactly where he is. And if that's the case, he is going to be left out. And Dennis does suspect Blink is hovering around there, and just a single bullet to the head puts him to sleep into the next round, and it's 12-4 headshot. VG, if they want to get back into the game, that is the exact way that they're going to need to do it. There's a lot of utility that's going to be used here onto the A side. Tennis is completely flat. He does get dinked as well. Average holding up on him. He just find himself one. But Rafter finding himself a kill with that Mac 10. He's tapping from really far with that Mac 10. He's going to do some damage and does find the head of Dreamer. Somehow those 9-ball bullets through the distance traveling there. As that No. They had quite the investment into this one. I will definitely like to see them maybe just upgrade a few pistols. Don't invest too much more into the round, so you can make sure that you have all the utility you need for the rest of your half. But we do see that Headshot are going to be buying up a bit. Their money's not the greatest. Ooh, Dreamer getting tagged up immediately, but Rainwake support him, pushing through from checkers, and is going to find himself ahead of Raftu, as they do make it a body advantage for them, 5 versus 4. The Deagles can do it. I think he spoke too soon. Duplicate doing amazing work. Going to find himself a 2K with that Deagle. And all of a sudden have made it pretty possible here for Toxic to actually get a win here. They're going to go onto site, not going to do much. But all the CT's going to be playing through from the CT area. And Toxic has been spotted up, but he's just going to tap away on Sava. He's going to find himself a frag as well. Duplicate. He doesn't know where the lost player is, and this is a fantastic round here by Toxic. 13-5 now. I mean, it probably was just a bit of warming up that needed to happen. But getting back, you know, Toxic have lost a player, but they do have the superior armory at the end of the day. Sava, I think he suspects somebody's here, and Dennis is hovering around here. There we go. He will spot the shoulder. He will take out Dennis. And I think that might just set the execute to happen onto the A site. Oh wow, top kick. What? Just waltzing around all the way onto the into A main at least, and finds himself a 2K duplicate left alone in a 1v4 as they're just now going down to a 1v3. He's got a lot of work, but as I said, that gym, it just puts him to sleep. Yep, Raf2 going again with that duplicate. That was filthy. He's going to spam through the door, find himself a frag. As boy advantage very early. Toxic, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of damage that's ended up being traded there. Rainwaker holding alone on this B bomb site as the bomb does seem to be going through that way. They have got somebody Raf2 going through, just making sure there's nobody there. Rainwaker, the lone player on site as the molly goes up into the heaven area. Going to be slowing down any sort of CTs, but it's still very slow to get onto the site. Poison does find himself top kick though with that CZ, but once again, Rainwaker, the lone player on the site, but unfortunately doesn't find any more after that. It's a 4v2. Doesn't find himself anymore, but Dreamer going to find himself one with the AWP, and it's all of a sudden a 2 versus 1, but still very winnable for Dennis. Unfortunately, the only thing against him is his health. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Dreamer, the sole player holding in Z. They've got one player on A as well as the one player holding around B area. But 5 versus 3, duplicate, trying to see if he can gather any sort of information here on the B side. Raf2 going to be here. Going to send a molly into the back, and this is probably going to flush out Rainwaker as well. But he does come out, he does spot one, he does go two, but eventually goes down. Oh. No, it's not. Terrorists win. Yep, 9 rounds, including this one, that are match point or map points at least for Toxic, and the money is in absolute disarray for the CTs as well. And it does seem to be like a fast play here. Dennis going to be up close to the CZ. He's going to find his he doesn't find the third, but Harrington's going to be responding with 2 quick frags as well. And this is amazing for the CT. They've been able to touch this one back. As the third kill that's coming for Anton, as Blink is shut down, and a lot of weapons being recovered by the CTs. Yep, asking them kindly, please walk into them, but not going to be the case just yet. Poison has been able to, or has taken a little bit of damage as well, but nothing really happening over here on the A site. 2 players holding there. A little bit of information trying to be gathered by both sides at the moment. Utility is available for Headshot if they want to stop any sort of rushes or possibly even play a retake. They do have kits available. He does spot the players. He does find duplicates, and I think that's going to possibly cause a player to rotate over to the B site. Or if that didn't definitely now the kill with Sava is going to do that. Rainwaker is going to be spotted out at the back of site. Unfortunately, Raptor couldn't find the deagle, but eventually finds the headshot. Yep, money in disarray for both teams now, but Toxic, all they need is 1 good round and they'll be able to clutch up the first map, which is their map pick. Dreamer taking a lot of damage in that first encounter. So he's already looking a little bit dire, and he does have that AWP as well, which is going to be a problem for them. Yep. 2K. Dennis 2K is going to have to find himself a 3K eventually, but a double pick there by Sava and his player, his teammate Poison, as they go for the peak, find him and put him 6 feet under, going into the second map. Toxic picking up the first 16-8 on Cash, and what a very strong performance. See you back soon.
Red Bull gives you...
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
You do indeed, as I'm busy just refreshing my my view. But as we get back into it, I mean, it's just a slaughter that's happening there. And cutting each other? Yeah, cutting each other seems a little bit deadly. Don't do it at home, kids. Yep, seems 100% reasonable. But try not to do with it. Do what you do in CS in real life. They're pretty dangerous. Don't run with knives. Don't run with scissors either. Oh man, that would be absolutely fantastic. Literally running with scissors. I hope the day that I hope Valve, hopefully they'll answer our questions and our cries. But yeah, I think it's time. I definitely can agree with you there. Ooh, Dennis going for the stab there. But at the moment, we're just waiting for the warm-up to end here. But we do hear the sounds of players readying up. Unfortunately, no damage being able to be dealt between the two. But I mean, let's have a quick chat about the this map pick, which is the map pick of headshots. I haven't seen them on Inferno just yet, so I'm pretty sure you must have. Yep, but a lot of pressure up mid, but nothing there. Ruff, who has pushed all the way into app, so I mean he can feed all that information, and because of that, there's going to be 3 CTs from Toxic going to be holding here on the B bomb site, as a couple of exchanges already happened, and this is just falling apart here for headshot. It's 3 quick frags, and Safa just tapping away. He's going to find himself another one. Actually coming back from behind. He's going to shut down Dream, and a very clean pistol around here for Toxic, and a very good way to start. Going to be no need to really invest more into the round, as they all had armor at the end of the day. Have a kit as well. So Toxic picking up the pistol. Very important pistol for the CTs. It's been nerfed. I mean, okay. So you feel that there's some sort of homing tracking bullets with those CZs? Sava finds himself one. Rainwaker easily responds. Blink walking because he's possibly suspects that there's a player around here. But it's just Dennis and Rainwaker, the last alive. The bomb is in control of the by the CT, so they do have that going for as Rafter just walks into the crosses of Dennis. Going to find himself some sweet $600 with that MP9. And... ooh. Yep, Raftu going to be sticking with the that MP9, hoping to get a bit of bonus cash. I can commend him for that. That is that's something incredibly brave to do. Oh, poison! What was that? Oh. Yep, and that's going to put Dennis, it's probably going to tilt him into the stratosphere. But if not, either way, Poison, fantastic opening strike. As a Toxic 3-0 up already. They have got a body advantage here as well. As a Rainwaker in Boiler, that smoke is going to mess with him a little bit. And Poison's going to look to be even more aggressive with his AWP. But fortunately can't find the shot onto Top Kick as he does take him down. And, actually, after everything that happened, Raf to find himself a kill. Duplicate is spotted in a CT, and Dreamer's going to shut him down. And it's Blink left alone to possibly try and defend this fight. He does spot the bomb and he does take it down, but has smoked himself off, so he has a place that he can fall back behind. Yep, Sava going to go and recover the AWP as a Toxic pick up their 4th round on the CT side. A little bit expensive, considering they only had 2 players left alive, but they have gone for the double AWP setup. We've got Blink as well as Poison with the AWP. And Poison has already proved to be incredibly deadly with that weapon. Yep. Now, 4v5 here in favor of Headshot. They haven't committed anywhere just yet, but the bomb is very high up on Banana. So, might be seeing something over there. They do have a lone player over on that bomb site, and I think it is Duplicate that's over there as well. Yep, he might just want to save the utility that he has as well. And the fact that he's got an AK, a very superior rifle, especially for the CTs. But I think he's hoping to get 1 or 2 exit frags. But Dreamer is posted down quite far down Banana, and he can at least pass it out, guys. It's pretty safe to come down this way. And they're going to save the AWP and 2 AKs. So pretty good work here by Headshot. A much better round for them. And getting themselves onto the scoreboard at least. Yeah. Do you ever have that that terrible issue when you're walking past like a door or something and they've got like really low door handles and your pants pocket like gets hooked in them? Okay. The one good thing is that doesn't happen. It tends to happen to me quite often, and it is the worst thing. I think that's kind of what happened to Blink here. But as we say, that there's 5 players coming up through mid here at the moment, and that is a perfectly timed smoke. Going to a delay headshot by another 15 or so seconds. Yep, they've got enforced entry. So they're maybe not looking that great for Toxic if they do lose this round, and that's a fantastic way for it to start off. Dreamer does get tagged down pretty low, but he does find the head of Raft. Let's get about double around here for both players, but headshot definitely with a very armory, and as I say, that Poison finds himself the body of Top Kick. Turned it very cold very quickly. No! Yep, that's what happens if you don't check. That's one of the pieces that you have to check. But unfortunately, with time not to, with Dennis at that point, it just didn't allow him to check every single angle that he needed to, and unfortunately, it costed him there. Blink closing out the, or Poison at least closing out the front there. As Toxic 6-1, things are looking pretty good for them. Yep. Yep. Ooh. Terrorists win. Yep, Toxic 7-1. They're looking so good at the moment on the CT side, and this is the kind of start that you definitely wanted if you were Toxic. That you're really putting the economy under pressure for Headshot as well, and it just seems like every time Headshot do win a round, they get completely broken at the moment. That happened a lot in that cash, and it seems to be happening once again here on Inferno. Ooh. Yep. Yep, he's been able to find himself a frag. It is going to allow him to get the bomb plant as well, as it is going to be retake time for the CTs. They're going to, oh man, the only issue is that Poison does have that AWP, and he's going to be holding around from a CT area. I wonder if he suspects that the player has been able to push themselves all the way into church there. Dennis has been able to do such, and oh, there we go. He does come out, but Poison is going to put him to sleep. Put him 6 feet under, send his family condolences card as we go into the next round. Yep, it's the unfortunate thing, but they do have Blink there, and Blink has been pretty good on this B bomb site, so not too concerned, but he's definitely going to need to find himself a frag, and I think as soon as he sees the one player, he might just cause a rotate. He has been able to pick out, they do spot him, but baits up the shot. He does get legged at least, as Dennis does go down as well. But that is going to be the retake, or the rotates at least. It is going to be the bomb down as well for the T side here of Headshot. And I think it might just be worthwhile saving these rifles. Yep, definitely going to need a Panado or something a lot stronger after taking a lot of damage. I believe they are. Yeah, Muddy, and even the rifle's not looking that great. We do see Blink who's on there for Moss, but he sacrificed the better rifle for quite a bit of utility, and that I can get behind. Yep, Blink using the skybox to his benefit there with the throwing that HE grenade up high. But Headshots, there's still 4 players hovering around mid, and I think they're going to be pushing. They're going to just push themselves to the mid smoke. Going to be spotted down here. Behind Ramsey, he's going to find himself 2. He's not going to be able to find himself another one. Rainwaker does close him out, but Zava holding up pretty close here. Yep, he does have a kit as well, so he's got everything he needs in order to win this round. Unfortunately, the thing going against him is health. The both players are tagged up for headshots, so it might work in his favor, but unfortunately he's going to have to find both these players as well as yeah, that's pretty difficult to play Counter-Strike if you have no head, or to do anything without that. But headshot pick up their third round, and things are looking a little bit refined. And finally, we see Toxic they have to go on a save here. Yeah, Poison buying a utility as well as an upgraded pistol there. Yep, saving these weapons into the next round will do wonders for the economy. The players that buy up, they'll at least be able to keep these going into the next round. The rest of the team will be able to buy as well, so they will have weaponry going into the 13th round. But it's just going to be a case of waiting out here for Headshot. And Headshot over the last 3 or 4 rounds have really started to show up a little bit, and Toxic seem to be stuck in what seems to be a bit of a slump at the moment. I'm definitely backing the Bulgarians, yeah. I have my cake and eat it. The team that plays the CTs are going to win. Yep, Duplicate is holding it with the M4. The smoke is still there, but not going to be much. Ooh, Raptor getting dinked, and that will at least let Headshot know that there is a player there. He's top one, but he's immediately trained out here. A top kick will push him through the approach. Completely smoked up, but it does find the kill when completely flashed. But it is a 3v3. The CT has been smoked off though, so it was very difficult. Ooh. Ooh. Exactly. Poison has taken up a little bit of damage, but still going to be holding up aggressively with this AWP in mid. Dennis 2K is around there with that AK to see if he can't do some work along with Rainbow. And hoping to find some sort of frag through the smoke. Fortunately, not going to be finding it this time, as they've put 2 players into apps, which is going to be Topkick and Dennis. See if they can't achieve anything from there. Yep, unfortunately, nothing much happening on that. Dreamer taking a lot of damage. There seems to be a bit of a rush. Zed is holding him close with his AWP. He does find himself one, but Rainwaker has been able to find himself all the way in Apps. He's gone all the way down into Boiler, and I think that might be able to turn off some of the other CTs. But Duplicate, let's see if he can't achieve something. And unfortunately, Content finds himself a nice warm body to put down. There's a Rainwaker once again left in a 1v4. He got 4 kills the previous round. He's going to do the same thing. He does find 2. This is fantastic for him. Unfortunately, he doesn't have control of the bomb. But he's going up against Sava and Raftu. Ooh. Yep. Exactly. They have been able to buy a sniper as well as a flashbang. Rat is going to find himself 2 already, and so is Sava. Toxic starting off the game incredibly strongly as Headshot have only got 2 players left for the onslaught of 4, but top kick. Yeah, top kick. I think they've won 3 out of the 4 pistols so far. I think. Yeah, it's really difficult to do that. Pistol rounds are so important because win the first one, you pretty much guaranteed to win the following 2 rounds. It can give you such a boost going forward. But going back to this game, Toxic, 12-4. Dennis 2K holding up very close to the short wall. And he's going to be tagged up as she goes down. Blink is going to find himself 2. And Salva is also going to find himself another one. And so left in a 2v5 for Rainwaker and Dreamer. And going to be lots of wood to fight for them. And as I said, that Salva put Rainwaker 6 feet up. Yep, he gets the frag, but unfortunately he gets traded out immediately by Raf2 as a Toxic move ever so closely to map and match point here. 13-4 so far as the CT is on a huge save. So I mean this should be round 14 for Toxic. Ooh. Yep, the first ace. We never saw one yesterday either. The closest we got was Dennis with a 4K. I'm pretty sure it's the first one. Yep. Is very nice, but what's very nice is Toxic score at the moment, 14-4, and as I said, that's finding some frag. Yeah, Hunter doing some work as well. Dennis also getting finding himself a second one as the B push has completely just broken apart. Rainwaker has been able to push himself down into mid through the smoke, and Blink left alone in a 1v5. Yep. 4 rounds. Where Jot, they've got a long way to go if they do actually want to win their map pick. But I think the AK is just going to be saved here by Blink. I mean, Duplicate did get himself about 3 grand worth of kills in the previous round with that Mac 10 ace. It buys guns which can kill. Kind of the same thing. As we say that, Topkick, yeah, Topkick finds the frag. Toxic 14-5, still in their favor, but oh wow, Poison has gone for the AWP. Duplicate deciding to drop that, and he's going to have an AK. So there's going to be a full buy here for the T's. So not out of it just yet. Yep, just try to get any sort of information, but alas, ooh, a grenade coming in, but Raftu and Sava only just feeling the heat of the explosion at the end of the day. Ooh, he's done a lot of work. Dreamer is going to spray through the smoke, he does find himself ahead, but he's going to drop right back into CT Archers. Ooh, I don't think that was the intention with that smoke. Yep, 14. They're just 2 rounds away. If they were to lose this map, it would be devastating to the. I'll definitely think the morale of the team. As so the heads go down as the firing squad finds Poison. Duplicate does get tagged up a little bit, but it does find the head of Dennis 2K. Out to the guard, still here on the side. Who's not going to find himself any much more than that. As Sava does take him down. Raftu is going to get the bomb plant here. It is a 2v3, but that smoke at CT is going to be reset. As definitely thinks there's a CT there, and he is going to make it back down to a 2v2. Rainwaker put to sleep away for the next round, and Sava's going to do the exact same thing. Top kick, finding his coffin as a Dreamer left alone in a 1v2 and trying to retake with an AWP. Yep, and a lot of utility still there for the T's. They've got a couple of flashes. They do have smokes and a Molotov on Poison. But we're going to see a little bit of utility being experienced here on the B side. They have pushed 3 players over there onto the B side. So there's only 2 players, which is Top Kick and I think it's Rainwaker on that A site. What? Ooh. It's getting very close. Yeah, I think it was just unfortunate that that Dreamer didn't go down with the shot by Poison. He did so well to get to that stage, but unfortunately, just hitting him through the wall didn't kill him. Putting down severely low. If he got that kill, I think we were going to be singing a different tune here. And as we say that, Poison takes damage, but returns it in kind into the other face of Dreamer. Ooh. Raf2 getting the timing there, going to putting the CT to sleep as it's a 3v3. Can't count out the keys just yet. Rainwaker spots out the pixels of Blink, and he's going to be putting him into the next round as it is a 2v3. Rainwaker does spot out Sava, but Raf2 left alone on the side here. Ooh, he's going to have to find some 1v1s, but getting double peaked like that is definitely not going to allow you to get that. What a man. What a bro. Ooh, a Tech 9. It's unfortunately not going to be the case here, as he does have that Tech 9, but it is a buy by Toxic. A little bit of utility as Rainwaker holding, seeing if he can't do anything. Arton holding on the B site, nothing. They've looked at the UMP. Rainwaker is going to find Raptor. He's going to find himself a line, but unfortunately can't get much more than the frag there. Poison going to find himself the head of top here. Ooh, Poison does actually run out and challenges Dreamer, but nothing going to happen as a Blink does allow Poison to get the bomb plant, and Poison's just going to be dropping down into pit.
Toxic 15 rounds. They're still just trying to find that final one to close it out. Headshot of fighting back. They're literally climbing what it seems to be Everett at the moment. Oh, that nade just catching the corner. Not going to do as much as we'd like, but especially with the the two, but Argent and Rainwaker are going to assist them out here. Poison with a deagle versus 4 players. He's going to need 4 amazing shots in order to win this round. Unfortunately, 10-15 headshots, slowly clawing themselves back into this. But Toxic just trying to find that final round, and things not working. But Molly up here, sees a lot of early aggression. Dennis is going to get very aggressive, and is going to find himself 2, and that's a fantastic way to shut down any sort of aggression that the T's would have had going into that banana area, and put things back into square one here for the T's. Definitely can't. Toxic. We're going to see if they can't get at least the bomb down. I think the bomb down will at least give them a chance to grab to. Finding Demon through the smoke somehow, but Rainwaker is also going to find Sava and put him to sleep. So 2 versus 4. Rafter and Duplicate. 2 very capable players of doing this, but they're going to need some amazing work here. Yep, this train is moving incredibly fast. They're going to need to slow them down. If they want to slow them down, they're going to have to do it now, because if we're going to overtime, I do feel that momentum is going to be with Headshot, and that's just going to be it at the end of the day. But the T's are going to be doing the good old rush B by the look of things. With those flashes coming through, South unfortunately flashing as well. Molly is going to go down, and Dennis is going to find himself 2. They're panning away. Dennis is going to find himself 3 here, holding by the other company. He finds himself 4, and Anton takes away his aces. Yep. Back-to-back rounds for Headshot, and a significant number of them as well. But all 5 players alive. There's still 1:10 on the clock, as there do seem to be a lot of players that have moved themselves up into the upper bracket area. Poison with an AWP. He doesn't spot out any player. We can see that he sees nobody there. Top kick is completely flashed, holding him, but that Molly's going to push him out. But Rainwaker is holding him. He does find himself one. Rainwaker does find himself another one, but 2 big coming up big and finding himself 2 big frags. The only unfortunate thing, he has been tagged up quite heavily, as it's Poison Now, with this AWP, he's going to be pushing down into mid to see if he can't spot somebody, and that is a fantastic strike onto Dennis 2K, shutting him down, and all of a sudden making it a 1v2. He's holding up here in apps. He's going to spot the player. He's going to at least be able to pass on the information as well of where the player is going to be coming from. Molly's going to go into pit, but a time not here on the side here for Arrington. He's going to have to check. Yeah, that's just really unfortunate at the end of the day for Headshot. At least they are knocked out. But it's well played by Tom.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
Day has passed like a hurricane to my heart, to it far away. See the lights on the other side. I'm going to get there and hope we will meet there. Day has passed like a hurricane to my heart, to it far away. See the lights on the other side. I'm going to get there and hope we will meet there. Rise like a phoenix, born from the ashes. I take care of my own. Torn down where I stand. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king of my own throne, my own throne. King of my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the. You can't suffocate my spirit. 'Cause I'm the king on my own throne, King on my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all. You'll never see the rain. And I'll slay them all. Slay them all, slay them all, slay them all. You'll never see the throne. King of my own throne, my own throne. King of my own Watch me rain. Like the attention, girl, I know you. But you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, but I just want it. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Myself. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Oh baby, if you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just want it. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? But I just want it. Deep inside, I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. Others don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show it my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times. Oh baby, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. I just want it.
I am. Yeah. Yeah. That's just unfortunate. There's nothing that Kick are going to be able to do to get themselves back into this round. I say that, and Jaxie goes down with flash in to the site. But Cemente holding up in apps. The bomb is planted for him, so it should be fairly easy. SXC changing to burst fire, and he's going to find it as well. Nexus going to pick up the first round here on Mirage. Yep, there we go. Just caught up. Hello, tapping away. I hope I've caught up now. Yep. Yeah, I'm still seem to be falling behind. Just give me 1 second while I actually just refresh this entire thing. Yep, Gamezilla and Scenario, we saw them both yesterday. Gamezilla had some pretty decent rounds, but Nexus, the Season 6 winners, if I recall correctly, were basically just ruffle stopping the team that they're playing yesterday, Headshot BG. But Gamezilla eventually going down on the APC there, and Nexus pick up the third round. Yep, Zella also yesterday was an absolute beast, a really strong player, and somebody that you have to worry for. As I say, that Kleb is as white as snow as he is flashed, but he does have to find the kill on Jaxie, and so does Scenario. Scenario comes up big with 2, but immediately trained up BTN, going to grab himself a AK, but he's found through the smoke, which is absurd. But ClickTech going to push through, but Zello holding out with broken wall, really be able to do enough work. He does find the first one, he sprays it, unfortunately doesn't find the second one, and ClickTech find their first round. Cap, let me just see for another refresh. Yeah, just let me continue refreshing. I just still feel like I'm still behind. Yeah, it still seems like I'm behind. Just give me 1 second while I try to resolve this issue. I seem to be on top, and as I say that, Kleb just reloads his deagle after an amazing shot onto Zello. So it seems like I'm caught up. Finally. Scenario pushing himself onto the A side, very open, just trying to see if there's any sort of information. But Jaxi and SXE walking very slowly through B. Scenario holding here in a ninja box, I guess you can call it. SXE dropping down, checking. He's going to be burning himself a little bit, but as I said, it's Cemente planted a great frag on Kleb on the catwalk area, and that is going to be the bomb down on a B site most likely. But Juan Flatcher with the deagle comes through and gets an amazing headshot onto the Jaxi, finding himself a frag as well. And as all of a sudden on 1v2, Jaxi just misses the play on the target, but he's going to find him eventually, and that is going to be the 5th round for Nexus. Yeah, Juan Flatcher has gone for the deagle, but this is the A side that's giving up here. Jaxi is going to find Juan Flatcher, and B10 going to be seeing if he can't farm up anything with this Mac 10. And they're going to spray. He's going to find Sceneri, and going to find his head as well.
Protex is now combined with Robux. Protex helps protect you.
Cemente is going to be so cute, but Gabe's also finds one, but eventually SXE does shut him out. It is going to be the 6th round here for Nexus, and a very good start for them once again on the T side. We saw this yesterday from them as well, but when they went into the CT, everything just seemed to fall flat. Holding very closely to the wall. Yeah. Trying to hide his player model probably. But very weird. In the end, Nexus going to pick up their 7th round here. 7-1 to them. They're looking pretty strong. The Zello never forgetty. Never. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me super depressed. But Counter-Strike doesn't, unless I'm getting dumpstered and GameZilla gets absolutely destroyed by SXE. as the body advantage goes to Nexus. Yeah. Yep, he definitely was able to cement it. I don't know if he'll actually suspect this, and it could catch him off. But moving back into this angle, it shouldn't do too much. But I think it's just really going to be about excess frags here for QuickTech. They're definitely not going to be going for this. But Cemente going to see if he can carve away safe. Doesn't make too much noise. He didn't walk with bended knees and side-footed. These guys may look thin, but I'm pretty sure that they are compacted with weight. Do you remember the operation, that mission where you got like that heavy duty armor? Yes, yes, it was like 400 body armor or something. I hated doing those missions thoroughly. But Nexus, H1 up. They're looking once again very strong here on the T side, and if they continue like they did yesterday, we could see a very, very quick game. The only issue was that their CT side was not great. They eventually did close it out, but not the greatest at all. Zello topping the frag board at the moment for Nexus with 10 frags, and BTN as well as Jaxi all contributing. They are absolute monsters when it comes to it. We saw yesterday Zello with that AWP, and pretty much anything that moves into his crosshair gets deleted immediately. I did see that one of the I think it was Nexi that actually dropped out, so I do think it was a bit of a technical issue, but it has been resolved. The players are back. We're not going to have the lengthy tech issues that we did have last night, and we're going to resume now with a Nexus on 8 rounds, click tech on 1. Why not? It's easy to find kills through the smokes. Possibly for others, not for me. But Nexus 8-2. still in their favor. ClickTech do find their second round, but they do have the opportunity to potentially break a lot of the players. It was a pretty costly round there for ClickTech, but GamesOn has gone on for the AWP, and he's pretty good with it. Much better than you and I with the AWP. Highly mediocre at best. Yep, that's going to go onto the plaque on the entertainment area on the wall. Kind of like a deer's head on display. There we go. Yep. There is holding a very tight angle with that AWP. Zello doesn't really use, but he does eventually peek in the right way. Gets an amazing flick onto the player there, and it is a 2v3. Unfortunately, Jaxie is low on health. One flat throw, moving around the site, trying to see if he can't see anybody. And I think he's going to give a lot of information now. But that bomb is planted for short, and that's going to benefit the tease a lot. Juan Flatro knows aware of Zello, but gets shut down. Clearly going for the defusal. Nearly gets it, but Jaxie going to get the best of him with a single AK bullet to the head. 9-2 to Nexus. Yep. Going to be a tough one considering that they also have two UMPs, a CZ and a Deagle. But the Deagle of one flat true is it may as well be a rifle. I mean, we've seen him do a lot of things with the He immediately traded up by SXE, and he finds an amazing frag into window. Next, he's gonna find SXE through. Jaxie jumping up, he's putting it up close and personal with Scenario, and is going to come out the better of the two. As Cemente is going to get the bomb down, and it's now going to be retake for the CTs. 2 versus 3. I wonder if it's even worthwhile. We do see the CTs are making their way towards the site, but I'm wondering if it would just be best to possibly just save these rifles going into the next round. Yeah, the one Flatcher actually had a Deagle into this round. He had nothing more than a Deagle and his will to survive. Really is, but the money in absolute tatters here for ClickTech. They do have those 2 AKs, but it's still a wonder if they should actually buy around it. I would actually like if they didn't purchase at all around this these 2 AKs.
Yep, Kleb left alone in a 1v many with this Deagle, and he's just going to be camping, holding the close angle with that Deagle, see if he can't find at least an exit frag. But nothing more than that, I guess, would be his hopes. Yep. As soon as they pick up the pistol, if they continue like they are now, that's going to be they're going to be looking at about 13 rounds on the T side, which is a very nice place to be. Nexus doing a lot of aggressive, or a lot of utility going to be used here in mid, trying to get that mid. Ooh, Jack's going to find himself the second one. He's got to find 3 as B10 also trades in there, but it's again. Gamezilla left in a 1v4, Nexus completely destroying ClickTech in mid. And as soon as they know where Gamezilla is, they'll know that I think they'll probably hunt him down at the end. Yeah, I mean, bomb plant, that's, you know, just making sure that they can guarantee the round at the end of the day. As games that are left alone, he's just going to be hiding in the corner on the A site. And as I said, that he seems to be walking around. I don't know if this is wise, to be 100% honest. Going to be 12 rounds here for Nexus, and one more from making it 13. Now, as soon as they get to 13, they can pretty much sign off this map as theirs at the end of the day. Yeah, they really are. Some people will disagree. I'm not one of those. No, I'm not one of them. I appreciate that. Ooh, Gamezilla has taken a lot of damage already. As PTN does have a little bit of flash, but he's going to be alright. One flash throw is going to be up close and personal with that CZ. I'm going to be taking out the other player. One flash throw. Connector spammed with Jaxi through the smoke, but just a lot of traveling places, but nothing much more than that just yet. Yeah, that was just one dominating half there by Nexus. And as mentioned, if they pick up the pistol here, things will be even better for them. I mean, pick up the pistol here, that's 14. You're generally going to get the second round after that. But if ClickTech want to get back into this game, they're going to have to put in a lot of work. And it seems to be the story of these teams. You're going to see the rush to be Clev is going to open up the killing here with one. But they're almost SXE, but if one flatter up close to personal attack block is going to find the kill. They're going to get the bomb down, and I think this is looking to be like a round for ClickTech. That pistol just seemed like a really well executed round there by ClickTech. We're going to have to see from this next round. But yes, if it's anything like last night, Nexus really struggled on their CT side on this map. And I'm hoping that it isn't the same here. Ooh, Cemente spotting out the players, but unfortunately nothing much happening there. SXE getting up close to personal by the wall, but going to be completely shut down. And this is going to be the bomb plant on the B bomb site, and I think this is going to look once again like a ClickTech half, or ClickTech round at least. Zello smashing his knife against the wall out of frustration, I suppose. I mean, if he went for that, then it was the same result. It could have been Nexus 14, but very well played there again by Zello, picking up, I think it's his second ace of the game. Yeah, I don't think he has spotted the second player, but the second player spots him. SXE putting Juan Flatro down into the grave, as it's the 14th round here for Nexus, and the money not as good on the side of ClickTech. Absolute 100%. I mean, losing he was a 1v4 when he found that AK, and imagine 4 players still surviving. The money, as you mentioned, would not be nearly as terrible as it is, but forcing all the players to reinvest into that round, around 4k each roughly, yeah, it can do some damage to the economy. As we can see now, look at the buy for ClickTech: a Galil, 2 Deagles, a CZ, and a UMP, with very little utility to go with. It really is just that. Nexus, on the other hand, have got a much better buy. Cemente has still to buy any of his utility, but as we wait for Zeta to come back, I mean, I still can't get over the ace that he got there, getting the ace, and still, fortunately, still not being able to win the round. It's pretty. Pretty disgusting. I do remember that, man. That's going back in the day. But getting back into this game, Zello is going to. He doesn't really have the utility. A lot of utility on BTN and Cemente, but nothing much to say for the rest of the side of Nexus. But we are seeing a little bit of early aggression here by the app. 2 players left. Also take a little bit of damage from the aggression up mid. But nothing much more than that. Cenarion is going to be flashed in, but going to be spotted up by SXE. He is going to speak up, find himself another one. His beat here by the truth area, he's going to find himself another one. And again, going to find one, but I don't think it's going to be much more. The only thing you can do now is damage. And finding BTN like that is one way you can do it. Yep, yesterday Nexus, when they got to about 14 rounds, things just started to fall apart. But looking a lot cleaner here, and I think the buy from ClickTech is going to aid them in this, if anything, as Molly and HE goes around that A ramp area just to push away any sort of aggression. Lot of mid control, and this is a lot of information that's being given to Nexus as well. Execute coming onto the A bomb site, and I think as soon as they see the players, this is going to allow everybody else to go on to Mente and Zello. Going to find them some more kills, but some trades coming in here. But unable to see it. SXE doing the long wraparound. One flat true, running with the bomb and covering back through T-spawn. I think he's going to look for that 1v1, but as soon as they spot him, all the players are going to be coming through to him. I think he's actually missed his time to actually plant the bomb. I think if he was able to plant the bomb and then find the 1v1s from there, would be much better for him here. But I think as he starts planting, that is going to be the CT player is going to be pushing into apps. Hasn't spotted him just yet, but I think he's going to spot him now. Taps away the head of one flat, and that is going to be the first map here for Nexus, taking it very convincingly 16-4.
Counter-terrorists win.
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
a sudden, position was known, but they'd expect him to maybe move, and he's stuck around here, so maybe he can catch somebody off, but he could maybe get something done here. Smells blood in the water and is going to add to it. Reap some blood of his own. There's the 2-0 for the CTs. Or it could just be the information. That's probably the information. But information doesn't really matter when the kills are coming in. Orzik with a double kill. Cusco also destroying them with the deagle. He got 2. Orzik got 2. And the math said that's all over. So, no, maybe you probably need a flash as well to get out there. So even with the smoke, they're still going to need to get some kills. Actually, they don't wait for it. So running in straight away. Cementa, he should have some freebies here on his hands. Making hard work of it, but he gets 2 nonetheless. And he might be on for a 3rd. In fact, he will be.
Sometime?
Sometimes got plenty of time. He's got all the time in the world with a double kill. He's got them running down on him as well. And he's just destroying them. Sometime he might have won the round for his team here.
Jack it up.
I am indeed. I think good behind now. I had the knife round done and dusted. Busy watching Jackie jumping down now. Flatro staring at the wall with his knife in hand. If it's not me, it's you. There we go. We're now into the match. Match restarting, match restarting, match restarting. 10, 9, 8 seconds before we get started. It's not you, it's me, but we are going to be kicking off here Nexus versus ClickTech. And Nexus are going to be on the CT side. Four sets of armor, 1 kit on the player. One Flatro is white as fillet, but still someone comes up with the kills. But oh wow, Nexus for Samantha just looking completely flabbergasted, really, as the bomb is going to go down. ClickTech. Ooh. That is a very quick round. Not at all, and after winning a Mirage so convincingly 16-4, you will hope that they can put up a good performance here. I think they definitely are going to want to try and close this out in one game as well, or one map. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't articulate decent sentences. Ooh. Next is gonna find 2 for the beating and gonna find another frag there at the end of the day. Juan Flatro holding here and the little cubby single tap does it on Cemente, and Zello jumping into CZ, but Kleb more than up to the task and shuts him down. That is going to be 2 rounds to ClickTech. Yep, I think you're falling behind again. SXE in that pit. The bomb has just been planted. As Gamezilla is going to look at, and he's going to completely and utterly decimate SXE. As that's going to be the 3rd round here for ClickTech. It's 3, 2, 1, dot. Simple refresh might be able to sort it out, but getting into the round here, we're going to have Nexus, who finally have a buy. Not as much utility as they would like, but they do have the Kevlar. They don't have some helmets and some of the players, which means that Mac 10 on the side of ClickTech may still be useful up close and personal. But just a lot of utility being expended here for banana control. And that's going to be very deep banana control, but the ClickTech holding very passively on that site, and Zello is going to be smoked off, but he's going to push through after the flash. He is going to come through and find the first frag. This is a great here for Nexus. He is unfortunately going to be shut down, and BT is going to come through this one. One bit unfortunately. SXE has spotted out to play. It is going to go for the frag. It is a tech that is going to push it to the side, but is going to find SXE Kleb. The frag at the end of the day, and Adesby Jackson's going to be smoked off, but going to be taken through the smoke. GameZilla drops down onto site, and the bomb has been planted. 3-0 as Nexus are going to be playing retake. Whew. What he found the second one. Fantastic work here for ClickTech as a GameZilla wears the big boy pants, picks up the other frags there, and ClickTech 4-0 ahead so far. Yep, now it's just a case of sitting and waiting for whatever pause. I think it's a tactical pause. Either way, all good. ClickTech off to a fantastic start though. 4 rounds on the trot. It does seem to be a technical pause, and it does seem like one player has dropped out. Does seem to be Scenary that has gone. No, not Scenary. %, forgetting somebody. I think we should go to a musical interlude while we wait for the player to come back and for the issues to be resolved, and we can continue with the Counter Strike. Shall we quietly wait then? There we go. It looks like we are back, Mr. Prophecy. 3, 2, 1. Either way, it is ClickTech versus Nexus. 4 rounds for ClickTech. Juan Flatro running up really far up Banana. Demente has been spotted. He's just shoulder peeking, and he's going to eat a nade down to 18 HP. Yep, I mean, at this stage you might just want to save this AK-47. But, it looks like there's a player that is pushing up towards SXE. Well, not anymore. It's Smoke. There is a little bit of a fire trade happening here. SXE, he's going to find the first one. The CSG, not falling down to the spray of the bullets there. But I think that's just going to be it. All the players are going to run away. But it is going to be the first round in a row for ClickTech. And ClickTech looking a lot more polished on Inferno. Yep. And if that's the case, ClickTech are doing absolute wonders on it. Yeah, but fortunately not the case. Yeah, they're going to have to get at least a couple of rounds if they're going to want to have anything to play with, being on the T side here. As Juan Blatru lines up a smoke, he's going to let go of the smoke, send it through down to Archers. Very innovative smoke, that. Yeah, SXE does have quite a bit of cash, so he's going to be able to buy probably 1 or 2 guns for the rest of the team. But it's not going to be the best buys available to them, as Jaxie is going to be able to pick up himself a FAMAS, but looks like no utility at all. So CT side going to be a little bit hurt this round, but it is at least somewhat of a decent buy that they're going to have available for them. Yep, in excess 2 rounds now on the trot, and looking a lot better than what they did previously. ClickTech 5 rounds. I mean, they still have a little bit of money, but after this buy here, which isn't even that great yet for Kleb, it's money's in tatters for ClickTech. They're gonna hope for a really clean round, and that's possibly why SXE has also gone for the MP9. Yep, $600 casual dollars. I wonder if one Flatcher heard the player drop down from a balcony into pit. That's the question. One Flatcher holding the angle, going to see if there's any player that's going to show themselves up from library area, but doesn't seem to be the case. Yep, BTN, the lone player against 3 Ts. He does know that at least there was 1 T that was on the A side, but going 1v2 and being shut down by Gamezilla, it's going to be the 6th round here for ClickTech, 6-2. The CZ is still pretty strong. You admitted that it's not nearly as nerfed as you. Yep, completely putting him in 6 feet under, and gonna be sending him back home in a box. Don't know. I somehow think he hasn't, but Sceneri holding it up by the wall. Juan Flatcher has jumped up for that boost. Spot anybody. Sceneri's or Cemente, sorry, is going to pick up the all important kill on the rotate or the backstabbing T player. Juan Flatcher has spotted out the CT. Smoke is going to go down, but Juan Flatcher is going to run straight through it. And the BTN is going to shut him down. Yeah, time. Yeah. First player to go down, Sanderi. Going to be picking. He wants to see if he finds a player. He's going to find one, but immediately shut down by SXE. That's going to be the 3rd round for Nexus. I wish I knew, but I don't. Ah. Interesting. Thank you for giving us a little bit of a geography lesson. Well, pretty much now it would be. It does seem like there is a player that has been lost on it's going to be big. Your BTN is going to spray, but unfortunately he's doing a lot of damage. Cemente going to find 2, but Juan Flatro going to recover that AK. As well as the bomb. I think there was damage done before the player was lost. Oh. While we got this pause, I seem to have fallen a little bit behind once again with the stream, so I'm going to give mine a refresh. Sound like Kratos. Kratos. There'll be a lot of people that will disagree with you about that. I've never played one either. I've just heard his voice a couple of times. But the round has just started. Click Tech 6, Nexus 4, and a pistol buy out for Click Tech. Yeah, one factor tapping with that Digo. Unfortunately, isn't going to find anything. Jack's going to find himself with a nice frag. And that Molly going to push Gamezilla a little bit back. And a balcony going to be smoked off, but it's going to allow Gamezilla to push through. As I said, that Demente finds the frag of Cleb, and it's just all up to Games who finds himself a nice kill. But that's going to be all. Terrorists win. Balance to the force. Oh. It sounds like something a Grey Jedi would say. Yeah, I think they pretty much just decided they're going to be saving this. But Juan Flatro in a good position to find one, but he needs SXE. 2v2, I don't even think, are they going for it? Yep, that AWP, a very powerful weapon, and if you're going to have someone in your team actually hold it, he's definitely the Canary shutting him out immediately, and that's the big green lost already for the side of Nexus. Yeah, 10 seconds before we start here. Click Tech 8, Nexus 5. I think you might have fallen behind a little bit. Prophecy 3, 2, 1. Nevertheless, Click Tech on 8 rounds. They have won the half at least. And the firing squad is going to say as Zello is already put to sleep. There's only one remaining player on that B bomb site. As Zaneri rushes up, he does spot the player, does put him down as well. It was a fantastic start here for Click to get the They're going to push themselves through here. This way, Canary's going to find one. SXC has already pushed himself all the way here to pretty much construction. He does find one, but until he takes the one player hell of a lot. He has actually been able to find the kill as well. So all of a sudden it's down to a 1v2. He doesn't have any armor though. That's going to be an issue. Oh, he gets double peeked. Stop there as Saneri finds the frag. I don't think any players are going to go, but Juan Flatro is going to do a lot of damage with that HE. Clip does get flashed too. There's a bit of a spray down. He's going to find him. Fantastic way to actually get hold of that B bomb site, and that is going to be Click getting that bomb down. And the last round, Nexus may as well try and go for it. But Juan Flatro going on the wide run. But Clip he is turned out, but immediately return frag happens, and 10 rounds for Click Tech here on the T side. Yep. If Nexus are able to find the pistol, though, things will be great for them. But a very passive and slow start here by Nexus. Bless you. I didn't hear that. Actually taking a little bit of damage. Beach and he's up close, but down by Saneri. SXE also going to go down to Fleb. Saneri up in the apartments, finds one, and immediately just drops away. He's going to take more fights. He finds another head to click on as Gamezilla continues to tap away. But SXE alone versus 4 without much more than the USP, 25 HP and 60 armor. Yeah, it looks like he's saving. Ooh. Turns out to not be the case. He does go and find the head, but is going to cause the rotate here by Gamezilla. Oh, SXE going for the plant, but Saneri destroys him. Click Tech, 11 rounds on the CT side. Things are looking pretty good for them as Nexus have once again found a Mac 10 on SXE. Ooh, BTN deciding to have a grenade for dinner and is put substantially lower than the rest of the side. And bricks. SXE getting up close and personal with their back 10 does find a frag. They have been able to somehow get hold of the two bombs. All the players gone, and that smoke is going to keep away some of the CTs as a 5-7 tapping through the smoke there of Fleb. But Click Tech, I wonder, I don't think they're going to go for this. They're probably just going to find some exit frags. Yep, Click Tech 11, Nexus 6. Nexus slowly but surely climbing their way back into the game. Click Tech are going to be buying up here, at least what they can with the Deagles and all. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Jaxie's going to keep it here back 10, but he's taking number one factor with that FAMAS. Far superior at the end of the day. Hello, use his own FAMAS and take care of business down on the that B side. There is still another player, and we do see GameZilla actually jumping and going towards the B side to help out here. SXE very low HP. He's only on 4. Ooh, Semente, the low Kleb is spotted and taken care of. It's a beverage. Sorry. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of 7-Up, but the is going to find 2 coins at least. One with Grenade and Scenario finding one with that USP. As Juan Flatro decided to upgrade his USP to a Deagle, but Jaxie with the back 10 going to do a lot more work. Juan Flatro tapping away. He isn't going to, but it's all of a sudden down to 1v2. Semente finds one, but Scenari only on 8 HP is going to have to do some really big things to pull out this round. As I say that, Semente rotating all the way to the B side. Yep, 8-11 all of a sudden to Click Tech. Well, yeah, to Click Tech. It's the Nexus slowly but surely clawing themselves back into this game. And Click Tech going for a save, kind of half buy again. I mean, this is odd buys. Ears will be ringing, definitely, but shell-shocked. I'm certain of it. Yep. Clear, close with that 5-7. It's going to find the body of SXE, but nothing. SXE was only on about 4 HP as this is going to be the push onto the SIB. It's going to find himself a second. Tap away, find himself a third. And it's going to be Nex left alone against 4 players of Nexus. Will definitely feel like the world, but I think he's going to try and have the AK. He does get challenged with WP. A little bit of damage, but is going to run away. And I say run away, but he's definitely going to be hunted down now as well. Sounds like something out of Skyrim. And definitely no arrows either. Think about it, SXE has to assist him after Jaxie went down. BTN all of a sudden left alone, but it goes down. Never doing some huge work in the apps area as Tic Tac pick up their 12th round, and Nexus seems to have thrown that round away. Yep, Juan Flatro holding up on the nearest boxes. But not an angle that is often checked. When Nexus don't check this, they could be in trouble. That's it. Oh, that flash is amazing. There's found the frag, but Gameshill is going to find one. He dinks Jaxie, but he's going to get the better of him, and it's going to be 10 rounds to Nexus here. 10-12, only 2 rounds separate these players. Cemented, beating Juan Flatro in the apps area with a deagle. Next, going to check on the other logs. He does find the player. Zello going to get the best of him. GameZilla holding the angle with this deagle. Nope. There's a lot of utility exchange there on the top of B, but Nex is not going to do too much with it. Yep, I don't think they're going to, and there's the call. They're actually going to go for the save. They're going to definitely look for possibly 1 or 2 exit frags, but that's about all that they could actually ask for here. As Nexus looks like they are going to tie it up here at 12 all, and the T side looking incredibly strong at the moment. 12 all. And money looking pretty good here on the side of Nexus. Money not too great for ClickTech, but Scenario has bought up into that FAMAS. Or wait, he had the FAMAS from the previous round, correct? Him and Nakes kept the weapons from the previous round. Scenario is pushed up really close to that FAMAS. I don't know how players haven't spotted, but he's going to get one track. He was immediately traded out there by Zella. BTN is going to peek into the middle and also picks up the body of Nakes. One flatterer holding by Coffins with this Deagle, but a 4v3 advantage to Nexus. Things are looking pretty good starting of the 25th round. Gamezilla, filthy Deagle, finds one, tapping away, trying to see if he can't find the second one on BTN, but unfortunately has not been able to. Has dropped back onto site. He's going to be taking the fight against his AKs. He's going to find the one against the heavily tagged player. Tag onto Kleb in the library area. That smoke could stop things. Yep, 13-12 to Nexus. Nexus, slowly but surely, have been able to pull this back after a 10-5 half against them. They have really been able to claw themselves back into this, and are looking really posed to hopefully close this game out. Oh. Yep, that is a huge kill. Actually going to be tapping here. Just find two or one there. Cemente finding the other, but it is a 1v2. I think they both suspect who the last player is, and Cemente knows exactly where Nex is and shuts him down. 14-12 to Nexus. Nexus 2 rounds away from closing out this match 2-0. That's pretty absurd. Yep. Ooh. I was thinking the exact same thing. Scenario is so flash at the moment. He does peek up, but unfortunately doesn't find anything. S6, he is waiting and prepared for one flatter to push through the smoke. Shut him down, and it's just Gamezilla who's running up Banana, and he is going to be shut down by the terrorists. Yeah, Nexus, if they do win this game, they put themselves straight into the grand final. The loser of this game is, of course, going to be going to the loser bracket final, where they will be playing against Toxic. Hello. Frags at top of Banana. He's going to smoke off CT, and that is going to allow him to continually check that B side, make sure that there's no CTs around there, and possibly get some of his teammates there. Gamezilla has pushed down into the bottom of it, and has knocked out the player, but he's eventually going to go down. That is the bomb as well. That is a huge thing for Gamezilla, but immediately traded up by Cemente, who's going to come running down, pick up the bomb, and most likely go all the way back onto the A site. It is 1v1. Juan Flatro thinks it's going to be going to A, and the bomb seems to be going there as well. Oh, my word. Oh, Cemente. Amazing frags. Shuts it down for Nexus, and Nexus are proceeding to the grand final of the ESL Southeast European Counter-Strike Championship. All good on my side. Hope you have a fantastic evening, everybody else. Yes.
Red Bull gives you wings.